All right, so first we'll begin talking about Durkheim, and I'll be mostly covering the syllabus of the UPSC exam, the Sociology optional, and in this video, we'll look at Durkheim's theory of social fact. So Durkheim introduced the concept of social facts in his seminal work, The Rules of Sociological Method, 1895. And social facts are basically ways of acting, thinking, feeling, which is more or less general in a given society. It exists outside the individual, but exerts a coercive influence over each person. They are the social structures and cultural norms that shape individual behaviors and societal functions. Now, there are four important characteristics of a social fact. First is externality, second is constraint, third is independence, and fourth is generality. So externality refers to the fact that social facts exist outside the individual. By independence, it is meant that they are not derived from the individual behaviors, but exist independently of individual consciousness. And we'll see through the examples later on. But first, let's cover the characteristics. And third is coerciveness. Social facts exert a constraining influence over individuals. They compel people to act in certain ways, often through norms, laws, and societal expectations. Generalization is the fourth characteristic. Social facts are general throughout a given society. They are not limited to one individual or group, but are widespread and pervasive within the social context. So what are the four characteristics of social facts? Externality, independence, coerciveness, and generalization. Now, some examples to better understand what are social facts. For examples, there are laws and regulations. Now, these are explicit rules governing behavior, such as traffic laws, criminal codes, educational requirements. They exist independently of any one individual's belief or actions and apply to all members of society. The norms and values, implicit guidelines for behavior such as manners, dress codes, and gender roles. These norms are learned through socialization and upheld by social sanctions. Then third is through institutions like structures like family, religion, education, economy that shape individual actions and societal expectations. And then there are social currents. They less structured but still influential in shaping collective emotions, public opinion, fashion fads, trends, etc. Now there are certain rules for observation. Rules for observation of social fact. They should be studied through empirical method, should be free from bias and prejudice, and emotionally neutral. On course of observation, precise concepts have to be formulated. Now, rules for distinguishing between, now there are two types of social fact. First is the normal social fact, and then is the pathological social fact. Now, normal social facts, they promote social cohesion and stability. They're widely accepted and practiced. Pathological social fact, on the other hand, indicate a social dysfunction. They deviate from norms and can harm society. Now, normal social facts are norms, values, practices, institutions, basically social facts that are widely accepted, practiced within a society, and they represent a standard and average functioning of society. Characteristics are, again, reiterating, widespread acceptance. They are generally accepted by a majority of society's members. Stability, the social facts contribute to the stability and cohesion of the society. Conformity, they encourage conformity and social order. Examples are laws against murder, marriage customs, educational systems, and religious practices in a society where they are widely observed. Pathological social fact. Now, pathological social facts are those that deviate from the norms and values that are considered beneficial for the functioning of society. They signify a breakdown or dysfunction within the social order. Characteristics are deviance. These facts deviate from the accepted norms and can disrupt social harmony. Harmful impact. They often have negative consequences for individuals and society as a whole. Indicators of social problems. Pathological facts indicate underlying social problems or crises. Example, high rates of crime, corruption, extreme poverty, widespread drug abuse in a society where these issues are seen as significant problems. Now, where do we find all these theories application in sociology? Durkheim's distinction helps sociologists understand the health of a society. By studying what is considered normal and what is deemed pathological, so sociologists can identify areas where to intervene, which are the areas that need intervention, or change, where change is needed. Normal social facts contribute to the functioning and continuity of society, whereas pathological social facts highlight the areas of dysfunction and potential breakdown, and therefore the need to intervene and correct the course of events. Now, there are certain rules for explanation of social fact. First is that the cause of social fact, here I've used the acronym SF, cause of social fact should be sought from the social fact preceding to it, not individual fact. For example, religion is a social fact. It is independent, it is coercive, it is general, it is external. All the three characteristics met. It is a social fact, and it is explained on the basis of another social fact, that is solidarity. All right, we'll cover solidarity later in the Durkheim lectures. Yeah, and second, use of comparative method. Understanding social facts through comparison. Comparison is also a scientific method to observe things. Now, comparison allows to study the contrast and the change in society. Methods of concomitant variation. Now, change in one variable leading to change in other variables is also a way to explain social facts. For example, change in the level of industrialization leads to change in the family structure, the family type. Now, there are certain criticisms regarding this theory of Durkheim. First is by Gabriel Tarde. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Now, Durkheim, according to Gabriel Tarde, Durkheim ignores the role of individuals in a society and their importance in shaping a social reality. For example, there's Jesus Christ, there is Guru Nanak. These were individuals who have had a role in shaping the social reality, and they have contributed significantly to how the social changes. So therefore, by constantly focusing on the social structures exerting that coercive force, that external independent coercive force on the individual, Durkheim is ignoring the role of the individuals in society and their importance in shaping a social reality. According to R.K. Merton, social facts aren't always functional. They can be dysfunctional too. For example, patriarchy, functional for men, but dysfunctional for women. Now, Peter Berger, he says that objectivity is not possible in social observation. Therefore, Durkheim ignores human subjectivity. Max Weber, according to him, scientific methods cannot be applied as human beings are not equivalent to matter. According to Marx's perspective, Durkheim's focus is more on function and utility of SF, that is social fact, and doesn't give much importance to situations of conflict or instability in society. So this is about it. I hope this was short and concise, and it is mostly catering to people who are wanting to revise their notes for sociology, especially for the UPSC preparation. And yeah, do comment in case of any queries or any corrections to be made. Thank you.